So right now, uh, on this show, I'm, having other artists come and explain themselves or who they are, their history, why they're doing art, do they love art, and what was the message. My message is to teach people about their culture while you was here, because we have a lot, as far as African American, have a lot of history of my ancestors, of who we are. So that's what I do. I created that, where you're going to see in some of my art, it's going to have a lot of stuff in there, and it's versatile as well. But my main thing is just to give that message out, uplift the spirit of a lot of young black people, male, female, of who they are and the power that they have and what they can use with that talent that they have, because it was already there from birth. So that is my situation now, that I want to be there to help out, to teach other people that my message is to relate that to a lot of other black people about their history. Now, one of the other things I noticed that I haven't seen yet, and there was the Black Panthers. I don't know if anyone has seen it. More likely everybody's seen it already, but I haven't, but I will. There was a message in there. I know Hollywood is about making money, but it's also is two things that I see that what happened. It uplifted the spirit of a lot of people, black people, of who they are, and it also made a lot of money for the cast of Hollywood. So it's two things that was going on that people was telling me about. I see the common attraction, so I'm going to see it. And as you see in the background of the wear that they have, what they're doing, and that's very interesting. You know, everyone I talked to, they said the picture Black Panther is very, very powerful. You need to see that. And it gives the message out. It tells a story of yourself, of the power that you have. So that's my situation. I'm going to share my story wherever I go at, give that message out, and teach others about who they are, the type of power they have as far as being an artist. So I'm going to welcome all the artists to my show. I want to do an interview right now, started off with the Dorsey Art Gallery. And I have artists coming in. I'm scheduling them to come in to talk to me, to talk about their history, about their art, and the message that they have to give to the public. You know, so you're gonna be surprised. The next one that's coming up right now is Art O'Neill. He's very famous. He has a lot to say, and you're gonna see him. He's gonna knock your, oh boy, he's gonna blow your mind with the stuff that he has. Very, very knowledgeable. So then after that, there's other artists I want to put on the show as well. So it's gonna be a weekly show, and it's gonna be magnificent. And eventually, I'm gonna get to the stage where in here I can do call-ins, where people can, they will want to call into my show and ask questions while I have people on here. And I think that would be great, magnificent, excellent. So I'm going to be doing that as well. So again, if you want to be part of this, if you are an artist, my arms are open. I definitely want you on my show to be sharing your talent, your gift, what you have to offer to the world, and the message that you have. Because a lot of people probably might not know the message that they have, or the purpose why you got this talent. You have a purpose. So, you can share that with the world, and maybe through this conversation, you can realize that, wait a minute, I have a message, I have a talent, and I got a gift, and I want to share it with the world to uplift other people's spirits. because once you do that, I believe you fulfill part of your purpose of being an artist. So yes, I welcome the artists out there, the young ones, because that way you can, express yourself. And now you have a platform. You can be on my show, which is the Artistic Talent Show. And this show is every Thursday at 10 a.m. and again at 6 p.m. And it's on Cable Vision 67 and all over the boroughs, 5 boroughs, Verizon 5042. Watch it and come on this show. So again, my name is Melvin Isaac, and you can check me out every Thursday on the Artistic Talent Show, reaching out to artists, because I have a platform now. And within here, I can have you to express yourself, through your art. And also, like I said, the equipment that they have now, the new technology at the Brick Art Studio is the TriCaster. It has a lot of virtual effects. It has a lot of mix effects behind it. And so it's powerful. It's powerful to know that. And back of me, like other artists, that when you want to express yourself, so I have my artwork behind me, and it's a green screen. So you could send me your images, and as you're talking, your artwork will come up on, that will be your background. There's other backgrounds, but you want to share your background. So, well, anyway, I'm pleased to offer my service to you, and I welcome you on my show. And I could be reached at, my email is misaac718@yahoo.com, and you can call me at 646-784-3902. I thank you very much for listening to me, and I welcome you to my Artistic Talent Show every Thursday on Cable Vision 67 and on Verizon 50, all over the boroughs, which is Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Long Island. I'm not sure about Long Island, but all the 5 boroughs. So you will see yourself on there like you see me, and that would be great. You can tell your friends, other artists, wow, I'm sharing my talent on the Artistic Talent Show with Melvin Isaac, and he's the producer and an artist. And yeah, tell me about yourself, who you are, what you're doing, what message you want to share with the public, to the people, uplift other people's spirit. Yes, give that word out. Okay, so that's it for now. Again, see me, call me, email me, Melvin Isaac, come on my show. Like I said, I'm starting out with the Dorsey Art Gallery. You have a lot of people that wants to share their art to the world, and you will see them on this show, and it's going to be fantastic every week. All right. So what message would you like to leave the viewers or the young people or the generation that's out there now or strive to be artists?
Well, I would say take an interest in it. The younger people take an interest in art. Parents, guide your children towards art, because art, I think, is an elevating force, and it's a peaceful force. And with a paintbrush in your hand, it's peace. And I think that's something that we should work for, striving for peace. And I think art lends itself to that, a peaceful world.
Creating art is an act of love. And through that creative process, you gain so much on a personal level. That's incredible. When I paint when I paint abstract art, I am dancing, I am singing. I hardly pay attention to what I am doing because the forces of God slash love is actually working through me. I happen to paint abstract work flat, and it's really incredible. The only thing that I do when it comes to abstract work that I can claim to be my own is I picked out the medium. I pick out the paper and what size. I pick out the canvas and what size. But everything else, my choice of colors, the design within the artwork, is something that works through me. I be enjoying the process, loving it. I be singing, I be dancing. I'm spiritually uplifted and happy. And I know when to stop. And I know when the piece is complete. It's when the name of the piece pops in my head. I've learned to stop right there. And that's the first time that I really look at the work and see what was created through me.
I would say to the young people or anybody out there,
Mm-hmm.
that we have we have ability and qualities in us that we don't sometimes exercise
Mm-hmm.
and play. We have it, but if you don't try or make a move, because most of us have artistic ability, creative ability. We have it in us.
Mm-hmm.
We're born with it.
Yes.
We actually are born with the energy. So young people, what they need to do, if it don't have to be drawing. It could be music. Could be writing. Could be dancing. Because that whole hip hop thing came from, they used to have griots in Africa that told the story of the village and the elders and the this and the that. Hip hop is like a story,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a talking thing. It's like poetry in its own way. And poetry is a way of using your artistic ability with words. So I would say to young people, try and find something that you like to do and do it. And if that's not the way, then you try something else. Try some music, try reading, try pick up a pencil and a piece of paper. And don't be shy, because a lot of people are shy. They're artists, but they are shy. Oh, I don't want nobody to see this. They might say this. But if you don't try, it won't happen. It just don't fall out the sky. I mean, you got to find out what your ability is. And don't be shy about it. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of artists, when they first start out, they're shy. And, oh, I don't think I'm an artist. Well, maybe in the beginning you're not an artist. But practice make perfect.
Yes, indeed.
A cat learn how to play music. He don't play it right away. I mean, it's something he got to work on. And usually when you work with somebody else that does the same thing you do, that have more skill than you, they teach you. Because I've learned so much from being around artists. And most time, artists will teach you or tell you anything that they know that goes with the craft. It's very few times you might find somebody that don't want to share with you what they know when it comes to artistic ability. Like I say, writing, dancing, playing music, visual art, poetry. Most of these people are glad to share what they know with you.
Mm-hmm.
So explore yourself, explore your ability. And if you're shy, it's okay, but that don't mean you can't do it. Because if you don't do it, it's not done.
So, what message would you give to the young people that's coming up now that really don't have that much of a black history or art history in their school or trying to learn art. So what message would you give them? And you can look in there right there. You can tell the
Well, I would more or less say if you have any art talent, if you're drawing or if you have any type of talent or anything, any artistic talent that you're good at, don't let anyone discourage you. Keep on doing it. All right. There might not be facilities out there, but you need to continue to work. All right. That's the most important thing. I mean, we were talking about this in the last meeting at the Fulton Art Fair about going back into the schools and working with the students because they didn't have any art programs, and the art programs had been eliminated, which was a surprise to me. You know, being that I was brought up in an art program. But for those young people out there, if you got ability and you got talent, don't let anybody dissuade you or tell you you can't do it. You just keep on. You got to persevere. That's the whole point. You have to persevere, because in doing the art, that's the only way you can deal with your sanity and the insanity of this world out here. And I'll leave it at that.
what message that you saying they left, that's you, not anybody else, because people come up with all kinds of stuff. Oh, it's political, this is, no, that's them. But tell me about you, Diane. What message that, and you've seen it twice, so something must be there, you know. So talk about that, the message, and why did you see it twice?
I saw it twice because it went by so fast the first time. I was really amazed at just seeing everything. And I wanted to slow it down by seeing it a second time. And I saw it the second time because I like what the opening words were. It kind of goes right past you. It's a child asking, I believe, his father a question, and it says, "Tell me your story." And that's how it starts. And the power of story and how stories explain beginnings and origins and give you history and you pass things down. And stories are so powerful. So when I hear that voice, tell me a story, there was a little child saying, "Tell me a story." And you got the beginnings, you went through the end, and you saw the future. And that's what stories do. They comfort us, they give us information, they empower us. And when I had my son, I read to him every single night from the time he was like 6 months old all the way up to like he was a teenager. We were reading the New York Times together. We were reading the Newsweek and doing all of that. And not one day escaped and he would say, "Mama, tell me a story." And when the Black Panther opened with "Tell me a story," I was like, oh my God. And then it went on to give this amazing and powerful story. So that's why I went to see it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So the message was?
Stories is important. Story. It gives you strength. It gives you history and empowers you. It reminds you of where you came from, and it strengthens you. Yeah. And the storyteller is key. I mean, back in the olden days, the storyteller was a very powerful figure in the community. Now we have, all sorts of things telling our stories, but we have to tell our own story, and that's what happened in that movie.
Yes.
But when it opened up with the little child saying, "Tell me a story," I was off and running. That was it for me.
Coincidence. You are telling your story now.
Yeah.
Just what you just said. We have to tell our own. So as being on this show here, on the Artistic Talent Show, you are actually revealing your story and telling your story and sharing it to me, to the world. Yeah, it's a good story too.
It's very powerful, telling.
Very powerful.
The message I would like to leave with the public is that everything that we are surrounded with is an artistic expression. So the original creativity, no matter if you're into any type of spirituality, and in that spirituality, there's a creative or a creator. Everything emanates from that. And being a participant and being a product of creation I think we need to appreciate that more. And in doing so, I think it made me a better human being. It allows me to develop my character. And the other message is that we need support. Artists need support. You know, black artists are African artists, African American artists, artists from the Caribbean seem to be underlooked, you know. So I think we need to be supported, and the public at large, we need your support to help us support ourselves in producing the type of art that reflects who we are.
While you're on your journey, believe in the journey. Believe that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Be positive to people, follow your energy, and invest in yourself. If we invest in ourselves, then we can accomplish so much more, and then you'll be in the capacity to help someone else. So the love comes from within. So it does boil down to love yourself and believe in your dreams. That's the message I want to send out to women, men, everyone out there, that if you are on this journey, use it. Go out there, be the best that you can be, because this is your opportunity.
Okay, so to anyone that wants to be an artist, I do encourage you to hone in on that artistic part of yourself, because it's there. The magic is there, okay? It's there. It's always spiritual, okay? Just hone in on it. Make it a part of your life. So if you have a job during the day, that's fine, but make art, make the act of making things a part of your life, okay? Because we were born to create.
Well, to the message to the community that I want to give, especially to the youth, because I also work at an art store and whatnot, and and that helps me get more information about products. And I meet a lot of young students who come in, some in college, some kind of doing their own thing. Don't wait to be an artist if you are born an artist. Don't wait until after college to graduate. Don't wait until a certain big part of your life to become something that's always been part of your life. Me personally, when I was in school, I didn't wait until my sophomore year even to jump into galleries and study work and go to museums and whatnot to exhibit and whatnot. I've felt that art has always been a very difficult field for many people, and it's good to really get your feet dirty real soon, like really jump into the mud without really thinking twice. It's especially now with with illustration and animation and cartooning that's coming out and becoming basically lowbrow art, becoming the new, competing with highbrow art. Start early, go for it. Don't think twice about it. Do research on what kind of connects with your work. See who you can connect with, network as soon as possible. Really get your feet out there. Really put the coal in your pants and start running. It's better to start sooner than never or later. You'd be surprised how many you meet. You'd be surprised how many people you've inspired. You'll inspire and will inspire you. Go for it. Don't think twice about it. Really push for it. One great thing about being an artist is taking risks, and just do it. Just take a risk. Just take a risk. Have fun with it. Don't think of it as a work. Think of it as an adventure, and just lose your mind in it. You'll be surprised how more human you become when you really face your fears and take in confidence like a champ. And that's the best I could tell you. I would also say, especially to the Black community, West Indian community, support your neighborhoods, support local artists. There's so many of us around, there's so many of us that are giving back to our own neighborhoods, and we would like to have more support from within our own neighborhoods as well. Support as many as you can. think about as many as you can. Even, you have some old sketchbooks or old art books that you have in your textbooks in your locker or your closet or whatnot, and an artist who might want it, give it to them. Really show support to the community, especially now with the way things are going for a lot of us. We really need that inspiration 10 times over, more than anything else. So those are the messages I would like to send to you guys.
But what else inspires you and makes you look forward to waking up in the morning?
Oh, well, okay, what really, gets me up is because by the grace of God gave me this talent. So, God got my back, it's the faith, without that, I don't think I ever, because without, all the stuff that I've been through, I just keep praying, have a relationship.
Yes.
Because that's the only thing. Ain't nothing else going to help,
Amen to that.
People ain't trying to hear what you're saying. They ain't listening, I mean, you might have family. They say, yeah, right, all that. I got my own problem. But when you sit and pray and you get a communication with God, relationship, that's a whole different story then. And now your eyes are open because he can make anything work for you. So that's what makes me get up, smile, laugh, no matter what it is, Might not have a dime in my pocket. I'm still happy and, walking around, greeting people. That's what it is, understand your purpose. And that, I feel that was my purpose, and him giving me this talent to become an artist. And where I can blossom and, share to other people to help them through the talent that he, embedded into me, So yeah, I think that I'm doing pretty good in that area. And even with this filming, sometimes things is about faith. How we met up there in the funding for the New York. What was it? The New York.
I think it was Arts Funding
Arts
Foundation.
Funding, right? Foundation.
Yeah.
Same thing. So sometimes these things goes by the is by faith, is the spirit. You never know. When you talking to somebody and all of a sudden something clicking there, you don't know what it is, but I think that he puts people together for a reason, because what he could do. I mean, come on, don't get me preaching up here with what he had his son
I'm
doing,
all about it. I'm the congregation.
All right.
Of the mediums.
Very talented person.
And I kept promising, and I didn't show.
Joe, I see you finally made it up here with a little bit of Gloria Braxton. The brick art medium, and I'm with an extraordinary with Otto O'Neill first, before we get started.
Oh, my name is Diane Grisette Collins, and I live in Bed-Stuy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because usually they so
peace, and you get that in your mind, it could change the whole artwork for you.
And put the top piece on the
on outlook of life, always
a spirit here and seeing